We got the carbon fiber Twin Cheetah Cat with its brand new setup, and we're taking it out to the big pond today. We made our way out here. Pond looks absolutely beautiful. It had been windy all day, and now I've got about 1 hour of daylight left, and looks like we got pretty smooth water. So this is just preliminary test run with the brand new setup, so we don't really know how it's going to do, if we're going to have any mishaps or whatever. But I'm running the fiberglass lid to where I can use the GPS through right here. So we're going to mount the GPS here, and I've got all sorts of foam for the battery. We're going to wedge that battery in. We're going to do 2 runs. First run is going to be with the Gens Ace 6800 bashing pack. These are 120C, really good batteries. Slightly expensive compared to their counterpart, the SMCs. SMCs pack more punch and more power for the money that you spend on them. But these are pretty cool because they're in a pretty solid case. They're square. These are more of a rectangle. But we're going to have twin 4S and then twin 6S. And we're going to go ahead and get it all wrapped up, get it together, put it out on the water, and see how it goes. So we are running a shorter rudder this time, and we're going to be running Dr. Prop's 1716 stainless steels. So, and instead of running inward rotating like all the previous videos, now we've switched back to outward rotating. So we'll just see how the handling characteristics are. We're going to run 4S first, bring it in, check temps, run some water through it, make sure everything's kind of hunky-dory, nothing's leaking, nothing's burning, nothing's smoking, and then we'll throw 6S on it and we'll see how it goes. Cool. Got the batteries all wedged in there, got jam foam wrapped around both of them. So don't think they're going to go anywhere. Right now it's probably going to have a little bit more nose weight since the old batteries used to stop here and now they're 2/3 forward. That should help put a little bit of weight on the nose, so everything else may have to be adjusted accordingly, but we've got that good to go. Let's go ahead and put the lid on it, get it out on the water. See, it's been a while since I've had this boat out. Wow. Really gonna have to do some trim adjustments. Really plowing the nose. Oh, it's going the wrong way. I got water cooling coming out, so we're good. I'm still only at about 40% throttle. I want to bring it in. I got to reset my GPS. I want to bring it in, make sure that the I don't have any heat coming through the top. Okay, let's see. No residual heat. No heat. That's good. That's good. But the batteries being that far forward does make the nose plow. It does. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up and make sure there's no water inside. It's good. No water inside. Sweet. We're gonna do a run and check the speed and see what the WFly remote says we do for speed. All right, got it reset to 0. Do a high speed run here. She's plowing, I can hear it. Wow, she looked gorgeous. Okay, that was gnarly. boy. Man, my heart is thumping. 65, boys, on 4S. Holy crap. Let me show you. Whew. 65 on 4S. Now that's with this GPS. We'll see what that one says when we open it up. Let's check temps again, and we're going to do a little adjustment. Well, that seemed to work out pretty good. Still no heat, so that means those motors are running good. I went ahead, we're going to throw the GoPro on it, and we'll get some onboard footage with 4S. All right, let's get it. Got the GoPro on it. It's even more nose weight. She airs out. She airs out really well. Just cruising, boy. $67. Holy crap, $67 on 4S. We'll see what the GoPro says it does. That is incredible. That's insane, dude. I gotta show you it did 67. 67 on 4S. Man, got my heart thumping. All right, that marks the end of the 4S run. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what our speed is and what our temps are, because I'm eager to see what these Leopard motors are as far as temperature wise, because that was a pretty good long run. Need to put some sort of tab on this to get it open. That is nice. That is nice. No smoke is always a good sign. All right, let's check the reverse motor. Oh my God, what a big difference. 83 degrees. Let's check this one. 81 degrees. Capacitors. Holy crap. What a hell of an upgrade. 81 on the motor can. 74 on the cooling can. 71 to 74. Nice. Let's check the collets. 52. No heat transfer there. Okay. Oh, we may get a little bit. I got this one 65. And then what is this one? That one's 60. So it looks like we may have a little bit of heat building up from that stuffing tube. I'll have to just keep an eye on it, but not bad. Okay, so we said on the W-Fly, it said 67. This says 66. So not bad, not bad. I'm happy with 66, 67 on 4S. Like that's pretty good for a brand new setup, just straight out the gate. Not bad at all. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn that off. And honestly, at the beginning, the nose was plowing, and then once it got up on plane, it kind of aired out. So I don't know, it's definitely going to be a balancing act for me to get this thing to run perfect. I think the old rudder that I used to have on here, being that it was like 5.5 to 6 inches long, it was kind of a drag on the back of the boat to help keep the back end in the water. Now that I'm only working with 4 1/4 inch rudder that's a lot shorter, there's less drag there. So less drag on the back of the boat to keep it in the water. So that also may be why I increased speed on 4S. But yeah, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna run, actually I don't even need to run water through it. I'm gonna go ahead, pull the batteries out, and we will check to see what the voltage is on the batteries. And then we'll cram 6S in this thing and get it running, because I'm running out of daylight, folks. Okay, let's check. Batteries are 111, 113, that's at 104, 109, not bad. Battery voltage, right in line where it should be, 3.75, 377. Sweet! I think she's running good, real good. I'm excited. Cool, we've got the 6S packs in here, SMC, SRDs. I believe these are the 5300 milliamp packs. So 6S, and 2200 kV, and we got that zeroed out. So let's go ahead, get the lid, put it back on. Oh, got to hook up the batteries, and we'll get it out on the water. All right, 6S. Let's go ahead. We're gonna knock out 2 laps, and then we'll throw the GoPro on it. This is definitely gonna be more nose weight this time. Whoa, she did not want to turn. I wasn't even full throttle. My heart's kind of beating out of my chest. And we did 70. Let's check, make sure we didn't blow off any cooling tubes. Okay. All right, no heat, that's good. Already checked, blew air through there, water came out, so we didn't blow off any cooling tubes, so that's good. Let's go ahead, throw the GoPro on it. Okay, 6S GoPro run. Put me in a big lake, I think this thing might fly. I haven't even been able to hammer it yet. Wow. I didn't see water coming out of the cooling jacket. I want to make sure nothing crazy is going on. Well, this is why it's important to pay attention. I had a cooling line blow off and I have water in it, so I'm holding it like this to keep the water towards the back. Oh, not bad. Not bad. I'm curious as to where it blew off at. Ah, it blew off. Yeah, it did. It blew off on my tube. Yeah, this cooling line right here blew off. Looks like I'm gonna have to super glue them on like I was wondering. All right. not bad. Didn't have much water in it. Caught it just in time. Okay, let's go ahead, disconnect this battery. We'll disconnect that battery. We'll take a look at it. Yeah, it blew this line off right here. And that thing was pushed on a long ways. So, looks like I'm gonna have to, I'll slide them off and then we'll put some super glue on it. Maybe even a zip tie. That may be beneficial. Wow, it broke loose that too. I had that silicone down, it broke the silicone loose. Other than that, everything else looking pretty good. All right, now that we got it open, let's check. Probably shouldn't have high temps. Yeah, 85. This is awesome. Awesome. Didn't really run that long, not really that crazy, but we did blow off the cooling tube, so it was worth a test. Now I know I need to slide these off as well and glue all that on. ESCs, not even hurt, man. I mean, I'm sure the wires are probably the warmest thing. It's colder out here. Yeah, not bad. Let's see, batteries. Yeah. I bet you the batteries are chilling at like 3.9 right now. But we did 85, and I could not open it up all the way. I'm going to go open up the data on each one of these units towards the end of the video, and I'm going to check to see what the data log does on the reverse side, reverse rotation, right rotation, and then I'm going to check the one on the left rotation. Something about it's always been more heat on the reverse rotation. Don't really know why. The only difference is a fine thread cable for reverse and a coarse thread cable for the forward direction. But it would be cool to see the data log and see, what my amp draw is and what my ripple is, to where we can see, the difference. But other than that, I think it did good. I think it did well for its first time out. Very happy with it. GoPro footage is going to look awesome. We'll compare to see how close the GoPro is to 85 miles an hour. At that speed, see, I only registered 68 on that pass. So the W-Fly has a hard time unless you have a really, really long open area like the lake, to where you can do like a full, like 4 or 5 second straight line pass, or be at maximum speed for 3 or 4 seconds. This thing will get a speed sample every 1 second. This thing might be every 2 seconds, and then this thing might be every 3 seconds to update the speed. And here at the pond, I may have 1,200 feet, but I really only have about 700 feet of runway, because I'm not maxing it out all the way on that end, because I physically can't see with my glasses how far I am away. I just noticed the dock's not there anymore. But by the time you get to about right here in the pond, you have to slow down, because there to there is another 200 feet, and you need that room to slow your boat down. Because I've had the impulse wreck here, and it literally tumble all the way over to the shoreline. So trying not to have that happen. But other than that, this thing aired out beautifully. I still have not ever adjusted the struts since I have them set, and so far I think I'm just gonna leave them like that. It does have an issue turning under power more than 50%. I think it's trying to push the rear end, push it straight, and the rudder doesn't have enough to overcome it. Now it does still turn, but when I go from like 60% and I'm turning and I release the throttle and go down to say 40%, it really makes a more violent turn. So what I think I'll do is I'll get another one of these rudders, and I won't mess up this time. I'll cut it to the length that I want it, which is basically flush that gap right there. I want that gap gone. So I know that doesn't seem like much, but that is a good inch of rudder that I needed. I just cut it on the wrong side of the tape. But yeah, Dr. Props 1716s, putting in work. Everything else is good to go. But yeah, I got real lucky. I only had maybe 6 or 8 ounces of water in the back of the boat. We didn't flood it. We didn't lose it. Didn't swamp it at all. Luckily, I've got that filled in with dielectric grease, so it shouldn't be a problem there. I'll check that when I get home and blow it out. But always pay attention to your cooling ports, because this one blew off, which is this side. No, it's just this side. So it was a lot more visible to me. That last little rip that I went around, I saw it. I was like, no, 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 stop. I don't see any water coming out. So I'm always, always, always diligent about paying attention to the water discharge. Me personally, that's why I like a discharge like right here in the upper corner and have it discharge spraying up to where you can see it and have one like one on each corner or whatever. That's what I like actually about the Impulse. But yeah, that was cool. It's sun's going down, so I got to get on home. I'll edit this and hopefully y'all will see it in a day or so. So thank y'all for watching. If you're not subscribed, please hit subscribe. Oh, and before I let you go, let's go ahead and pull these batteries out and just check to see what the voltage is. Would you look at that? Perfect timing, 3.80 all across the board. So we were good there. We were good there. I was only going to do 1 or 2 more laps anyways. I could start to tell that she had started to decrease on her top speed. But other than that, the old Cheetah Cat did really well. I got to go and get all my foam dried out. Got some water in it. But other than that, I really like the new position of the batteries. I don't know, it doesn't really seem like it made much of a difference having more nose weight on it. But only time will tell. Some other running different props will tell, stuff like that. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 2,000 subscribers. And I will see y'all on the next one. Alright, well it's now the next day. I wanted to end the video and kind of let y'all know what all the numbers I got out of my ESCs. And this is kind of cool because we've got our counterclockwise normal rotation here, and we've got our reverse rotation clockwise on this side, so outward rotating. Okay, so these are the numbers I got. So we're going to work on the regular bank. Okay, so the typical counterclockwise props are here. We've got 4S and 6S, and then the clockwise is going to be over here. So we'll compare these two. So your forward running motor and then your reverse running motor counterclockwise. So we see here, we started off 16.5, 16.7. The max amp draw we got out of these. So the left bank, we got 195.6. The right bank, we got 203. That's a pretty big difference. The difference in amp is 7.6 more amps on the reverse rotation motor. The ESC temps, the maximum was 99.1 and 94.2. The average was 80 and the average was 78. RPM, there's a difference there. We got 31,218 versus 29,167. So it's a difference of RPM of 2,051 more RPM out of this motor here. I believe this motor was the one that I had already used previously. So this motor and this ESC setup were originally in the Chaser 32. That's what it got taken out of. And then this ESC here and this motor are brand new. Now we drop down here to the max throttle output. We did 100% max throttle output, so we know that they both hit full throttle. Now if we move over here to the 6S run, you can tell I never hit full throttle, which is kind of crazy. So let's go up here, we're going to do the same thing. This battery was charged to 25.1, this one's charged to 25.3, and Ripple, forgot about that. But Ripple on these, it was 1.41 to 1.54 max amp draw, which is kind of crazy to me when you jump from 4S to 6S. And look, 4S, 203 amps, 6S, 206 amps. So the amp draw was not that drastic. So we compare amp draws. The left bank 206, the right bank 193. So that is a difference in amp of 12.8 more amps on the typical counterclockwise setup. ESC temperatures, average 92.7 to 93.2, maximum 129 to 127 degrees Fahrenheit. Jump down here to RPM. We got an average RPM here of 4,917, average of 48.27. We jump over here to max. We got 36, 329, and 37, 121. That is a difference of 792 more RPM out of the clockwise right rotation bank, the newer motor. But both throttle outputs were nearly identical at 91.8 and 92.2. Now we know based on the 4S setups that my controller and everything is capable of 100%. But like I said in the video of running the boat, I was never able to actually pin it full throttle. And that shows you right there. So that's kind of crazy. And that may also, you know, if I was able to actually pin it, even for a split second, it would have picked up because I'm doing 2 samples per second. So even if I was full throttle for half a second, it would have registered 100% on there. And maybe that would have given me a slightly higher amp draw. But that's just kind of crazy to me. But I just wanted to kind of go over you know, with the numbers and everything. And, you know, didn't want to leave that out. Said I'd throw it in there. So I'm throwing it in there. But next time we go out, we'll try some different props, some different setups. My dilemma is right now. Oh, check that out. I just realized I have 2 of these. That's great. I was thinking that I didn't have 2 of the 62s. But I know the 8200 won't fit in it, but I think the 6200 will. So the last 6S run, the one that you saw in this video, was with the 5300 mile packs, which are kind of small. So now the 6200s will fit. They fit just barely, but they fit. Ooh, gotta get them out of there. But yeah, so we'll run these next go around. That'll be a little bit more nose weight. But yep, just want to throw that in there. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you're subscribed, and don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. We'll see y'all later. Peace.